Today I want to talk about Antichrist. What is the Antichrist? It is, from my experience, actually a metaphor and a path to follow. The Antichrist is not the external man who will come at one point in the future. It is a human being which is elevated by the powers of darkness. It is transformed human soul. If we look at the Bible carefully, it clearly says that Antichrist is not a man, it is a spirit. So if we talk about Antichrist as a spiritual force, then it is not some man who will come at one point in the future. It is a force, a spiritual force, which dwells within each of us, and we can activate that force within us and harness it. So how we can connect to that force, to that primal potential elevated by the infernal powers of the Qliphoth? The simplest way to connect to this force is simply to work with demonic entities, because work with demonic entities on its own actually connects you to that inner spirit of the Antichrist. But there are also other methods. From my experience, working with the black flame is one of the most powerful methods to connect with this force. Also, one of the most powerful methods of connecting with this force is reading any prayer to Jesus Christ backwards. Also, initiating in the Qliphothic spheres of Tagirion and Tamael greatly connect you to this force. Now, there is also one really important thing you need to know, and that's that when you connect to this force, you become really possessed by a really dark and ancient current, which flows through your veins and spiritual bodies, and empowers you deeply, and it creates a reaction in your reality, in which all people who aren't attuned to that force have a tendency to run from you and to stop communicating with you. But the people who are attuned to this force will constantly evolve and push themselves and force themselves to become more powerful. So a lot of people claim to be vehicles of this force. Remember, it is inner force, it is inner potential, it is not reference to external guy who will come in the future. It is really a power we can all tap into. And a lot of people claim to be able to harness this power, but in reality small amount of people really can, and I personally am still not able to harness this power properly. Now, I will possibly be able to harness this power in the future, but for now I am not. So, to summarize, if you wanna work with spirit of Antichrist, there are similar methods, but from my experience, those following methods are the most effective. Working with demons with the goal to tap into the force of the Antichrist, inverting and reading backwards the prayers to Jesus Christ, and also initiating through the spheres of Tamael and Tagirion, which exist within the Qliphoth. I will talk about those spheres more deeply in the future videos, but for now this is enough. I hope this was informative, and thanks for watching.